Dear friends, can we ask for your kind attention? First of all, thank you so much for being part of the Nizami Ganjab International Center's family. Especially these are days when all these crises are happening in the world. And there is a collapse of the support to multilateralism, as Gordon Brown was mentioning today. This is a group of the people, like-minded people, that gathering and bringing the wisdom and experience to publicity. And some of the, especially when I was talking with Madame Patricia a couple days ago, that she said, like, you know, and also Madame President Vaira also always was mentioning, you know, sometimes we're thinking, like, you know, it's time, we already retired, let's go for vacations and not to do this, but crisis is happening, another crisis is happening, and it keeps us, like, you know, being a responsibility for the humanity. And this is, like, you know, group which is bringing always and growing day by day. And thanks to all of you. I'm especially grateful to our co-chairs, to Madam President, Republic of North Macedonia, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Bosnia-Herzegovina, and our friends, part of our family already, Dr. Tedros, Ms. Rebecca, head of the United Nations Habitat, Winnie, definitely Madam Tarja Halonen, Mr. Moratinos, Charles Michels, and Ms. Amina, and new members of the Board of Trustees, and to all of you. But also, it's clear that we are standing for this, we have a solidarity for the people of Ukraine. And Slava Ukraina. From day one, NGIC been in a fact-finding missions with Kerry, with Ms. Tsipi, with President Yushchenko, and Ms. Katerina, President Plevniliv, and all of our groups, Ms. Eka, that visiting every refugee camps that been affected with the war which is happening towards the crime is happening against of the Ukrainian people. And also we hope and we pray that the crisis and the war in the Middle East, Israel-Palestine, will be finished soon, and there will be a peace, two-state solutions, that our members and that's NGIC, that our members, Ms. Tsipi Livni and Amr Musa, who is here representing the Arab League and also Israel, they've been always fighting for the two-state solutions. And this should be ended up, this crisis. And number of crises that in Ethiopia, in Sudan, and in dozen places. And we have to take care about healthcare issues, education, poverty, and integration to the European Union. You can find dozen things. Gender issue, which is like, even today, yesterday and today when we've been seeing on the news, how many female leaders been speaking at the UN General Assembly. That was shameful. That there should be more and more. And hopefully next Secretary General will be, of the United Nations, will be a woman. And with the support of the women and other female leaders, that the United Nations will be able to reshape themselves. And definitely a huge gratitude to Minister Babayev, Mukhtar Babayev, President of COP29, with a huge successful results that most of the people not believed, but it was done in a tremendous way with the support of leadership of His Excellency Mr. President Aliyev of Azerbaijan. And we are enormous, on behalf of Secretariat, we are grateful to every single member whom we didn't mention. But, and a huge applause to, if possible, to President Yushchenko and Madam Katerina Yushchenko. Now we have two parts of this event, which we will be having now, and then after the main course, President Tadic will have a fire chat discussions with Madam Rebecca, which we, because of the delays in the agenda, we will do it after the main course. First, I would like to ask Dr. Tedros.
Good evening. I said 3 days ago at Women Political Leaders Forum, I don't know if there was somebody there, I said the exact words that my brother Rovshan said. I said it's time for a woman Secretary General. And then I also tweeted afterward saying the same. We need a woman now. Enough is enough. Then some gentlemen were not happy and said, Tedros, why are you doing this? Then I said it's because I believe so. It's enough. 8 and no woman. So it's actually late. So I believe in what Rovshan said. And we have to push for that, to be honest. That was not part of my speech. It's only because Rovshan reminded me. Former President Vaira, Vike-Freiberga, Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear colleagues and friends. It's my profound honor and pleasure to present the WHO Director General's Award to former President Dr. Vaira Vike-Freiberga. As you know, Vaira is a visionary leader whose contribution to global health and diplomacy have left an indelible mark on our world. She is celebrated not only as the first female president of Latvia, but also as a tireless advocate for peace, equity, and human rights. Today, we celebrate her extraordinary achievements in health and well-being, particularly her work to advance mental health, gender equity, and the rights of vulnerable communities worldwide. As a distinguished academic, policymaker, and advocate, Vaira has long recognized that health is not just the absence of disease, but a fundamental cornerstone of human dignity. She has advanced this understanding through her leadership roles in numerous international organizations, including as co-chair of the Nizami-Ganjavi International Center, from which WHO has benefited immensely. In this role, she has been a force for fostering dialogue across cultures and championing the values of tolerance, justice, and solidarity, principles that are critical to our shared mission of improving global health. Her advocacy has also emphasized the importance of mental health and its integration into public health policies long before it became a global priority. Vaira has always used her platform to connect the dots between health, social justice, and sustainable development, making it clear that global health cannot be achieved without addressing the broader societal factors that impact well-being. Vaira, your work inspires us all, and on behalf of the World Health Organization, it's with deep respect and gratitude that I present you with this prestigious award, not only for the remarkable achievements you have made, but for the ongoing legacy of leadership and compassion that continues to guide us all. Thank you and congratulations, and if you can come here to receive the plaque, I would really appreciate it. It's a bit heavy. You have to be careful.
Dr. Tedros, I am overwhelmed by this recognition. I'm not sure that it's deserved. I think it's really meant for the Nizami Ganjavi Center, because we have been ardent supporters of your work at times when you were submitted to criticism and support we felt would be helpful for the benefit of humanity. We have been engaged in a variety of things. For instance, my colleague and co-chair, we both of us sat on a Lancet commission about COVID-19, and I'm proud to say that I was in a subgroup about the impact of the pandemic on least favored groups, if you like, in society, and it was accepted by Lancet, and we made policy recommendations, and any of you who would like to see them, they're in Lancet. So thank you very much. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude.
I will ask Madam President to stay with us for two more occasions, and if I can also request Madam Melan Verver. As a fact, Ms. Melan Verver is one of the leaders on the global stage, and she was one of the first supporters of the Nizami Ganjavi International Center.
Well, we have another special tribute for Madam President. She rose from having to flee her country as a child during the Soviet reoccupation, only to return many years later to become Latvia's sixth president. Vaira Vike-Freiberga became the first woman and the only woman to this day to hold the Latvian presidency. She served for 2 terms. Extremely popular, her approval ratings hovered between 70 to 85%, the envy of any politician, and I'm sure many in the room understand that. As a child refugee, her family fled first to a displaced persons camp in Germany, where they endured harsh conditions, and her sister died. Later, they moved to Morocco, and finally to Canada, where she would live in exile for more than 50 years. In Canada, she earned a PhD in psychology and pursued a very, very distinguished academic career. After 33 years as professor at the University of Montreal, she retired and was elected professor emerita. Her retirement was fleeting, however, as she received a call in 1998 from the Prime Minister of Latvia, offering her the position to lead the Latvian Institute. She returned home, and less than a year later, she was elected president of the country. As president, she was instrumental in gaining Latvia's entrance into the European Union and NATO. When Latvia was voted into the NATO alliance, she told the assembled officials that Latvia had lost its independence for a very long time. And she added, "We know the meaning of liberty and the loss of it. We know the meaning of security and the loss of it. Joining NATO, she said, will be writ large in the history of our nation. She also demonstrated unprecedented engagement with major European states, sometimes referred to as the Iron Lady of Baltic. She wasn't hesitant about confronting challenges or challengers, including Russia. She was determined to keep Latvia's foreign policy on a Western-oriented course and became an exceptionally active global leader. In 1999, when I was a U.S. official, I was deeply involved in organizing the Vital Voices Women in Democracy Conference in Reykjavik, Iceland. It was a gathering that included women from both sides of the former Iron Curtain, women who would be vital to fostering nascent democracies. And one of my vivid memories was the speech by the President of Latvia, who had been chosen to speak on behalf of 3 Baltic states. She made a very compelling case for the crucial role women must play in the social, economic, and political life of their countries, and she underscored that true democracy can only exist if equal opportunities and equal rights are accorded to women and men alike. After her presidency, she became the founding co-chair of the Nizami Ganjavi International Center and president of the Club of Madrid. She has been significantly involved in many, many international endeavors and has received countless awards, medals, honorary degrees, and distinctions of all kinds, recognizing her dedication, commitment, and courage as an exceptional leader. Back in 2006, the Baltic states officially announced her candidacy for UN Secretary General. And although she didn't get the opportunity to lead the United Nations, she had served as Kofi Annan's special envoy for reforming the UN, and she has not ceased defending the principles of the UN Charter in an age of disorder. She has spoken about the flaws and deficiencies in the system, particularly the structure of the Security Council, where a member of the P5 can undermine the role of the UN in promoting peace and security around the world and breach every principle of the UN to secure its own interests. We need her voice, wisdom, and leadership now more than ever in a world where the international order is being upended and wars are growing exponentially. Psychologist, linguist, professor, author, thought leader, president, civic activist, and passionate advocate for liberty, democracy, equality, and social justice. Tonight, on behalf of the Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace, and Security, in partnership with the Nizami Ganjavi International Center, we are proud to present the 2025 Global Trailblazer Award to Her Excellency Vike-Freiberga for her exceptional leadership in advancing women, peace, security, and democracy, for advancing a better world. It's very heavy. I don't think it's heavy. It's too heavy.
My dear Melan, I am most grateful for this recognition and for the support of your organization. And I didn't know that Nizami Ganjavi was involved as well. I remember that meeting in Reykjavik, and I remember how we were waiting for Hillary Clinton because her plane was late or something like that. And there we were all sitting, all dressed up, you see. And Hillary walked in her boots, and but she gave a great speech, I remember. And we later met in the White House. She was kind enough to show me upstairs in the quarters of the presidential couple. We have many memories to share, and I'm most gratified and of course humbled by the effort you have put into assigning so many merits to me. I hope that half of them are merited. I have been a person who did work hard all her life, and I think I had my ancestors who were serfs for many centuries, and they had to work hard to survive. So I felt I had to make up for all these generations that had been oppressed. And certainly women still have a way to go. Just recently, Afghanistan, I think, has banned all books written by women authors are been banned in Afghanistan. I think that is the extreme to which any country could go in a retrograde way in terms of, instead of advancing the status of women, this is a horrible, horrible medieval attitude towards the inferior sex as they see it. It is like the sort of attitudes you saw in the Middle Ages in Europe when the Malleus Maleficarum singled out women as being those who are most often witches. We hope that now we have women leaders, and maybe the next leader of the United Nations will have to be a bit of a witch, you see, to get there and to get the job done. Thank you very much for the recognition.
You're wonderful. I love you. Be careful.
Madam President, please, can you wait for one more moment?
All right.
I mean, it's all, we are guilty for that, like, just keeping Madam President so long. And now I will be, it's a great pleasure and honor to invite Mr. Moratinos. As he says that he has two jobs, being as Undersecretary General of UN and High Representative for United Nations Association and member of the NGIC.
My dear President, my dear friends, it's last meeting of the Global Forum of the Alliance of Civilization that most of you participate in Cascais in Portugal. His Majesty King Juan Carlos said that the Alliance of Civilization was the diplomacy of values. He was the one who conceptualized what we try to do with this platform of mutual understanding and work. So when we wanted to really recognize the contribution of President Vaira, Vike-Freiberga, in all his itinerary, in his personal, professional, political life, I discovered that President Vaira adhered to the values and principles of United Nations Alliance of Civilization. When I took over this responsibility in 2018, 2019, 7th of January, I asked my team to draw what will be the principles, the guiding principles of the Alliance. And we identified 7. And I'm going to identify these 7 principles with the work, engagement, and commitment of President Vaira. The first principle of the Alliance is respect for all people, regardless of their faith, culture, and history. And you, my dear Vaira, you have been promoting that all your life. The second principle is responsibility, to build bridges of mutual understanding and cooperation. You have been working all your time. The third principle is diversity, to accept and respect the differences among human beings. And you have been a woman a politician respecting diversity from your country, going to Morocco, as you say, to Canada, to back to your country, to speak several distinct languages, so are representative of diversity. The fourth principle is dialogue, as a tool to better communicate and engage with one another. And you are promoting dialogue. What we are here, what it means, Nizami Ganjavi, is dialogue. How we get together to express our thinking, our argument, our vision for the common humanity. The fifth principle is solidarity, to support and share compassion for one another, particularly in time of sorrow or trouble. The sixth principle is standing together as one to respond with unity to attempt to divide us. And you are trying in this family on Nizami Ganjavi to be united. Even we have different views, we can counter-argue with different positions, but you are the one who galvanize the unity and the sense of unity of Nizami Ganjavi. And the final principle of the alliance is staying together, quite similar of today's General Assembly motto, better together, staying together. We have to be together in order to respond to the challenge of today's world. So it was normal that you have fulfilled largely the 7 guiding principles of United Alliance of Civilization. For that reason, we are going to give you our own words. I think you have that. In order to have the recognition of United Alliance of Civilization, and apart the principle, I think you welcome us, the United Nations Alliance, as a part of your family. I've been very proud, very honored, very privileged, and very ready to go together to so many, important and decisive, situations that in the near future we have to fight in order to create a better world. So thank you, Vaira, and that is the award of the PNOAC.
Thank you very much, Miguel Angel. You are the soul and I think the main person responsible for the creation of an alliance of civilizations. And having lived on 3 continents and been in contact with different peoples in a repeatedly multicultural and multilingual environment on 3 continents, I have certainly been a promoter of dialogue and respect for each other ever since my childhood, when I saw what lack of respect could do to people. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to be working with you and a pleasure, certainly. And I hope we can continue to work together.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moratinos, Dr. Tedros, Esicles, dear brother, and also Madame Melan-Verver. When we'll sit, we have actually, before going for the main food, we have something special also, thanks to Minister Babayev, COP29 president, because a group of our members been actively engaged for the success of the COP29, which was led by President Aliyev and also was 24/7. Minister Babayev was awake, even when we've been sleeping, in the corners. He was like actively engaged with all meetings, 24/7 negotiations, and it was successful thanks to your leadership. We are very grateful. I will bring you a microphone because that will be easier for me.
Thank you, Rovshan. Good evening. And Rovshan already mentioned that the success of COP29, success of this multilateral, very difficult discussions in Azerbaijan last year, and contribution of advisory board, unbelievable. It's, yeah, for us it's the great support from your side, and we would like to prepare and deliver to you the special gratitude from COP29 team. With your permission, I will congratulate the co-chair of Nizami Ganjavi International Center, President Freiberga. Thank you very much. Ismail Bey, thank you very much. This for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Zlatko. Oh, Zlatko is here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Should I do the photo? Come on, do the photo. Thank you.
Thank you. Maria Fernanda.
Thank you very much. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Rebecca Greenspan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah. Excuse me. President Alman, it is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and you will enjoy now your dinner before lunch, main course, before the President Tadic and Madam Rebecca will take stage.